Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most thought-provoking, transportive, and/or introspective tracks.
Beside the news of holy war and holy me.
Number 20, Teardrops on My Guitar, Taylor Swift.
Who looks at me? I fake a smile so he won't see.
In the early days of her career, Taylor blended country and pop music into something many audiences could love. This particular track showcases her early grasp of relatable lyrics, strong hooks, and memorable melodies.
He's all I think about at night. He's the reason for the teardrops on my guitar.
Teardrops on My Guitar follows Swift through a case of unrequited love. Unable to confess her feelings, the singer sends us all into flashbacks of our early crushes. It's about the wonders and pitfalls of falling for someone, and it never fails to make us misty-eyed. For anyone that grew up with this single, they're instantly transported back to a time and place where emotions run high.
Party's a song in the car. I keep singing, don't know why I do.
Number 19, I'm With You, Avril Lavigne.
I'm standing on the bridge, I'm waiting in the dark. I thought that you'd be here by now.
She could do pop punk, but the Canadian artist could also do ballads. I'm With You gives the sense that the singer is struggling without a relationship. It's an unapologetic look at the need for companionship and guidance that seems to complicate our lives. The strings give this composition weight, transporting you to a night in your past that you wish you could forget.
Isn't anyone trying to find me? Won't somebody come take me home?
Lavigne's impressive high notes usher listeners through a tornado of nostalgia and tears. Even if you're not a teenager, you can find something to inspire you about this unforgettable track.
Don't know who you are, but I'm with you.
Number 18, Wonderwall, Oasis.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you.
Of all the Britpop anthems, this one might be the most famous and widely played, and Wonderwall hasn't lost any of its power to send shivers down our spines. Oasis's huge hit can be interpreted in several ways that relate to topics such as family, friendship, or romance.
I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
It makes you remember the people you need the most when you're down, asking for someone to come and save you. Wonderwall gives listeners plenty to imagine while they're singing along. Liam Gallagher's perfect performance is a key reason why this song is so impactful, as it transfixes from start to finish.
Baby, you're gonna be the one that saves me.
Number 17, Fake Plastic Trees, Radiohead.
Get rid of yourself.
From the band's second album, Fake Plastic Trees examines the problems of modern society, using memorable phrases to explore the fakeness of life. Tom York's tremendous voice digs right into your soul, forcing you to consider how artificial aspects of our lives might affect our relationships. The song doesn't hold back as the singer's voice climbs and the surrounding production hits hard. It might start like a softer acoustic track, but it gradually builds until you're completely engulfed in York's staggering vision. Radiohead is known for their fair share of melancholy material, but this one alters your mood in extraordinary ways. Number 16, Heaven or Las Vegas, Cocteau Twins. Every song from this band is a force unto itself. The title track from the monumental album Heaven or Las Vegas is no different, bringing together their mastery of dream pop with a captivating and wonderful arrangement. Elizabeth Fraser's One in a Million vocals reverberate through a magical soundscape. You might not always be able to understand her, but you'll definitely be captivated by the engaging melody. The amazing blend of instruments gives the song an angelic, heavenly feel. Fraser and her talented bandmates are more than capable of wowing listeners, creating an unforgettable experience that completely takes hold of you. Number 15, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Green Day.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known.
Off of their smash hit album, American Idiot, Boulevard of Broken Dreams is a portrait of a tortured soul. Billie Joe Armstrong's words perfectly convey the feeling of intense isolation. The deliberate pacing, haunting lyrics, and hard rock sound combine to make a dramatic experience.
On the borderline of the edge and where I walk alone.
The song's place in the band's larger rock opera only makes it that much more effective. The Grammy-winning single combines the catchiness of the group's best songs with the gothic majesty of their 2000s output. If you find yourself looking out a window, you'll be thinking about all the times you felt alone, just like this character.
My shadow's only one that walks beside me.
Number 14, Changes, Tupac featuring Talent.
We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of two distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be.
One of the superstar rappers of the 1990s, Tupac Shakur's light burned bright during his brief career. Changes was released after the performer's death and brilliantly showcases his staggering voice, and including the sample of Bruce Hornsby's The Way It Is the perfect way to highlight the MC's message.
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same.
The insightful and incisive lyrics unleash Shakur's thoughts about the inequities of the world. The rapper's timeless takedown of war, racial injustice, and hate hasn't lost any of its power, or sadly, its relevance. It could have been recorded yesterday, giving audiences of all ages, backgrounds, and beliefs a compelling thesis to consider.
Yes, I am gonna say that I'm a thug. That's because I came from the gutter and I'm still here.
I see no changes.
Number 13, All By Myself, Eric Carmen.
Don't wanna live all by myself.
Some might see it as a bit cliched, but this 1970s ballad is unmistakably moving. You can't help but feel the intense emotion that powerfully drives this chorus. Eric Carmen's tune has been covered by all kinds of performers, giving each individual artist the freedom to interpret its greatness. It's also the perfect song to use for a sad moment in movies like Bridget Jones's Diary.
All by myself. Don't wanna be.
In an ultimate tribute to loneliness, Carmen's heartfelt delivery brings together the swirl of feelings that come from being by yourself. The artist taps into a universal problem, sending you on a cathartic and sometimes depressing journey.
All by myself.
Number 12, Adam's Song, Blink-182.
I never thought I'd die alone. I laughed the loudest, who'd have known?
Many tracks in this band's catalog are fun and irreverent. Adam's Song is the furthest thing from that, describing the ways that our minds sabotage ourselves. In one of the group's most impressive compositions, Mark Hoppus sings some chilling lyrics about someone that might be considering drastic measures.
Give all my things to all my friends. You'll never step foot in my room again.
Anyone that struggles with depression will undoubtedly find something to relate to here. While trying to find hope in a seemingly hopeless situation, the track does give listeners a sense that they can also make it through the tough times. It's a compelling track about mental health that's a beautiful reminder to seek help when you need it.
I never conquered when it came tomorrow. Hope such better days.
Number 11, Breakaway, Kelly Clarkson.
And when the rain would fall down, I'd just stare out my window.
We We all sometimes need an escape from one aspect of our lives or another. Breakaway describes this struggle with a tale of a small-town girl dreaming of becoming something much closer to her wildest dreams. Kelly Clarkson's vocals shine in a moving tale of hope, yearning, and redemption. The lyrics and performance lift you out of any funk, reminding you to reach for the stars, which is something we all need. Clarkson's staggering talents also shine in this well-written song. It might even inspire you to get up off the couch and change your life right now. Number 10. The Boys of Summer, Don Henley. In one of his radio staples, Don Henley looks back at the highs and lows of a nostalgic romance. The singer, like many of us, contemplates getting their old flame back and returning to the glory days. We both know that it's never possible to do everything the same way again, making these lyrics especially melancholic.
Remember how I made you scream? I don't understand what happened to our love.
Henley can't seem to let it all go as he discusses the difficult relationship we all have with the past. Leave it to this eagle to create one of the most bittersweet summer anthems, with a lifetime of regrets packed into a masterpiece.
I can see you, your bright skin shining in the sun. You got the top pulled down.
Number 9. Heroes, David Bowie.
I wish you could swim like dolphins.
Always trying out new sounds, David Bowie beams in from outer space with this ethereal track featuring some stunning guitar work from King Crimson's Robert Fripp. Adding Brian Eno's input to Fripp's contributions results in a final product that will have you spinning out with joy, confidence, and maybe even a few inspirational thoughts. Bowie's lyrics create a romance that seems to be hanging on despite the struggles and pressures from the outside world. We might not all feel like heroes, but this track makes us want to fight for our dreams. It also features one of the artist's most passionate vocal performances. As his voice gets louder, this groundbreaking work lifts off and takes our imaginations beyond the stars. Number 8. Purple Rain, Prince and the Revolution.
I never meant to call you when you borrow.
Prince was arguably never better than on Purple Rain, and that's saying a lot. Purple Rain is a love song, the performance and production of which elevates it to a whole new level. Within the first few seconds, the track sets the mood in a way that few other ballads could. It's haunting, soulful, and infused with all of the heart-wrenching emotions of a drama. You're instantly placed in the performer's perspective as he takes the title image and makes it feel real. Few singers can write, vocalize, and perform with such raw intensity. His expertise in all areas of music allow him to make the impossible possible, allowing the audience to access the deepest parts of themselves. Number 7. Fast Car, Tracy Chapman.
Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose.
In her first signature hit, Tracy Chapman gives her all to a moving track about getting out of a bad situation. She sings about both the hard times she's experiencing and her hope for the future in a way that is relatable and at times painful. Chapman's guitar helps lull you into a hypnotic state as her voice guides you through a dramatic tale about possible redemption.
I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money.
It's incredible storytelling that has inspired decades of artists. With a timeless sound, the performer has been covered by many admirers of various music genres. This goes to show that her words and music is a universal testament to dreamers of all kinds.
Had a feeling that I belong. I had a feeling I could be someone.
Number 6. Hallelujah, Jeff Buckley.
I heard the word was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord.
On this classic recording, Jeff Buckley channels Leonard Cohen for a memorable musical journey. His angelic voice carries you to a meditative place, with the poetic lyrics painting an abstract look at the intensity and complexity of love. Cohen's original was already an iconic piece that's only heightened by Buckley's performance.
She tied you to a kitchen chair, she broke your throat and she cut your hair.
It might be the finest cover of Hallelujah, giving the tune an unmistakable energy that doesn't quit. There's such a soothing quality to this song that manages to be dreamlike, despite some disturbing imagery in the lyrics. You'll also find plenty of amazing metaphors to contemplate, but Buckley's performance will ultimately soothe any ruffled feelings.
It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah.
Number 5. Hurt, Johnny Cash.
What have I become?
Near the end of his life, Johnny Cash recorded a cover of this Nine Inch Nails song, which became a eulogy of sorts for his own life. Hurt is among the more emotional recordings of his career, using the lyrics to question his past regrets and mistakes. The production puts you into the mood of an aging man, forcing you to confront the same topics.
Let you down. I will make you.
Trent Reznor's original composition easily translates to the country artist in this graceful and inspired production. Cash couldn't be better, giving his all to a track that's a painful but healthy reflection on what really matters.
And you could have it all. My empire.
Number 4. Both Sides Now, Joni Mitchell.
I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down.
In one of her most legendary songs, Joni Mitchell pours her heart out about gaining a different perspective on life. The song includes some clever metaphors and astonishing imagery that'll be in your mind for hours. Mitchell's poetic phrases about love stand out as some of her finest writing ever. It's hard not to feel something as the artist reaches the chorus, sending listeners through a sentimental vortex.
And fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud.
Her carefully crafted lyrics and melody delicately explore the lessons we learn from life experience. That's not all, however, because the track works on so many levels that you'll have to return to it year after year for new insights, as Mitchell herself has done.
I looked at love from both sides now, from give and take.
Number 3. Imagine, John Lennon. For his iconic song Imagine, John Lennon proposes an idea of a society free from religion, conflict, or hunger. Lennon's controversial message is both beloved and critiqued to this day. The somber and evocative piano part slowly guides you through the singer's mind.
Imagine there's no countries.
The former Beatle lays out his case, asking listeners to consider whether or not the scenario he envisions is possible. He gives you the questions without persisting you to have the answers, encouraging you to think about the possibilities of the human race. Whether or not you agree with the message, you have to admit that the performer gives you a thought-provoking listening experience.
May say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one.
Number 2. Landslide, Fleetwood Mac.
Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause
Thankfully for us, the members of Fleetwood Mac found a way to channel their sometimes toxic and intense emotions into classic songs. Landslide is just one example, showcasing Stevie Nicks' singular writing talents. It's all about the complicated feelings that arise when you're on the cusp of a major shift.
children get older, I'm getting older too.
While we might be stuck in one phase of our lives, we might also be thinking about making a profound change. It's difficult not to examine your own life when you're listening to this song. Nicks has a knack for delivering her personal truth while leaving room for the audience to ponder their own future.
Well, the landslide will bring you down.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Vincent, Don McLean, the folk tribute to a tortured artist, never fails to make us shed a tear.
Now I understand what you tried to say to me.
I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, You Too. The gospel-tinged track tackles the insatiable quest for what we all need in life.
But I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
My Immortal, Evanescence. A moving portrait of grief sung by the incomparable Amy Lee.
There's just too much that time cannot erase.
I'm Just a Kid, Simple Plan. The pop-punk band reminds the kid in us that we're not alone.
Here it goes. I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. I'm just a kid.
Alone, Heart. The 80s power ballad tugs the heartstrings, exploring the complexity of romance.
I always got by on my own. I never really cared until I met you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, A Day in the Life, The Beatles.
I read the news today, oh boy.
Along with being the final track on the Sgt. Pepper's album, A Day in the Life might represent the finest collaboration between John Lennon and Paul McCartney. You get both the introspective side of Lennon and the brighter side of McCartney.
I'm way upstairs and had a smoke, and somebody spoke and I went into a dream.
With psychedelic and pop production, it makes you reconsider your daily routine, and you might even rethink your life. The whirlwind ending also demonstrates once again that this band was way ahead of their time. With the climactic chord, this musical epic carries you away with a slew of provocative thoughts. It's an at times harrowing song that makes the listener question what they are and should be doing with their life. Did we miss your favorite icon's most thought-provoking song? Let us know in the comments.
Every time I see you in my dreams, I see your face.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.